All right, good afternoon, everybody. David E. Taylor, you're a piece of shit. Today I'm just gonna kind of talk about a couple different things today, real quick. First thing I'm gonna talk about, David, is why you're not coming out. You have to send everybody out to cover your lies for you. Ashley, Steve, Tony. Those are the only three people you send out now. You won't even send Michelle out because she fucking hates being on camera. We all know that. Her body language says that in the videos on your old channel. Michelle does not like to be on video whatsoever. So what you do, David, is you have all your cronies. You have them do your damage control for you. And that's going to be the new norm for a while. Because the Amway Arena isn't happening. Even your virtual Arena Crusade, it's going to look like shit online, David, okay? And if for anybody that is thinking that the Amway Arena is going to happen next year, if you go online and look, it's not even scheduled for next year. So, David, another lie. Once again, you're not your Amway Arena, dude. The stage won't even fit in there, man. I've looked up the dimensions. I've looked up your stage. I've looked up everything, man. Your stage won't fit. It's too big. Okay. And your whole stage, like, that's a dumbass idea. What I was talking about with some of the other channel members, one of the other channel members, is what if Michelle is actually the brains of the operation, you know, and David is actually the one with all the stupid ass ideas, like the stage. It makes me wonder if Michelle actually told you, David, hey, don't do that. That's a dumb idea. Because the thing is Michelle, you want people to think you're dumb, but you're really not, man. You're very intelligent. You had a good life before this. You married, kids, 6-figure salary, income, and then all of a sudden you just fucking flip over and start scamming people? Like, what changed in your life for you to go from doing really well, having almost an envious life? I don't like to envy people, but some people sound like would have wanted your life. You know, if you had a good job, family, house, kids, income, you know. I mean, it looks like you guys are doing okay now. I mean, you just bought a $1.4 million mansion, you know, so you guys got to be doing okay. But I'm just curious at what point you gave up your good life to work with this piece of shit, David, okay? And your whole phone call, don't call him David. David. You're not an apostle. You're not a prophet. You are a scam artist is what you are, David. You're a piece of shit. And again, lie on the ground, that's your natural state of being, okay? A piece of shit. That would be your most natural state of being, David. Just lay on the ground. One of the other things I was talking about with the channel members is the making of elaborate Facebook and Instagram accounts to, you know, basically promote their channel, and Michelle possibly being behind that, you know, because they do. They have their members make Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all these accounts to basically troll people. Michelle has a couple, and me and some of the other channel members have called her out. There's one, Sandra Wilson, and what was the other one? Beja Florence. You know, we found some of her channels, and it was her kind of moving in and out, trying to find out information. So a good possibility Michelle's behind that and their media team. You know, I got kicked off Facebook because I had choice words for Mark Zuckerberg, but these guys are creating, like, you know, hundreds of fake Facebook accounts to run a scam. So Facebook is now allowing these scams, because this is a scam, okay, everybody? This is a cult scam prosperity ministry, all right? The leader, David Taylor, and Axe Michelle, okay? Those are the two main people that need to be questioned in this. Not enough, David. You're full of shit. I mean, you've done your shit. You know, you destroyed yourself in your own deposition. Okay. Got off track here. Where was it going? Okay, two people look at David, Michelle. Okay, another thing talking about David putting out videos because there's no money. You've been putting out all these reruns, David, and from little reports I've been getting, again, guys, I don't have Facebook, but what I've heard is that there's some unrest on your Facebook page, that people are starting to question you, you know, and the fact that you had to come out with Bishop Bloomer, you know, to kind of fucking run a scam, man. Like, come on, David. People are questioning what Bishop Bloomer was doing with you, actually. You know, this tells us a lot. Tells us a lot, man. Your scam is you're running out of money. Your audience has gotten smaller. Your church is empty. Um, I know you guys are coronavirus scared. I don't think any of you have gotten the shot, from what I understand. So David's been kind of keeping you all secluded to keep you safe from coronavirus. But David, you're a prophet, so if any of these people got sick, you should be able to heal them, right? So why, why aren't you having church now? From what I understand, churches are open. You can actually hold your sermons now. The false prophecy about the coronavirus, yeah, David, you're full of shit on that. And here's the thing. Another thing we're talking about is people being broke from coronavirus, David. Trying to figure out still is the fact that people lost jobs, businesses closed, people lost houses, or on the streets, homeless. People lost a lot of shit through coronavirus. So how is it that you have all this money? You've been begging through the coronavirus, through all this, and saying you need all this money, but for what, David? Where's the money going? And just so you know, David, I've tracked your money, okay? I know this looks like a bunch of crazy shit right here, but this is all numbers that I've tracked. And believe me, that will get released when the time is right. So people are broke from coronavirus, David. And just on a real quick tangent, this super virus showed us how weak our globe is, just in a sense, guys. It pushed everybody to the max. Okay? Even the prosperity ministers, those guys had to have been struggling. Kenneth Copeland, Joel Osteen, all those pieces of shit. But people are still giving David money. And I've confirmed this through several people. The last 2 years, actually, I've confirmed just through one source. Almost $40,000 drained out of a bank account. It must be nice to not work and just be a piece of shit and just fucking scam people out of money. Their hard-earned money. Mentally ill people too, David. Okay? That's your MO. David will fuck anything with a hole in a heartbeat. Yes, David, you will sleep with any of the women in your cult. What I wanted to talk about too is, Michelle, the fact that you paid for a woman to fly in so David could sleep with her, all right? Paid to put her up in a hotel room. Your name was on the itinerary. Name, time, everything. You paid to have her put up in a hotel room. You knew about the whole thing, and all at the same time, like David has been sleeping. You've been sleeping with David, and I'm curious, like, how, like, your self-esteem. I mean, having to deal with all the bullshit you've probably been dealing with for the last 5, 6, 7 years of this. I would think inside, Michelle, you're ready to fucking explode. Like, you're ready to have a complete mental breakdown, I would think, just because of how much damage control you've had to do for this man. You're currently on, you are constantly on the defensive, no doubt. Guarantee it. I can see you on the defensive 24/7, even with your immediate staff members. No doubt about that. So yeah, it's got to be fucking with you, Michelle, to see David sleeping around, and then knowing that you slept with him and that you could possibly still be sleeping with him while he's sleeping with these other women, and you're just, I've even got word that, again, this is speculation only, people, again, because there's been misinformation in this, all right? I have even gotten word that David had a kid with Kathleen. Yes, with Kathleen Woods. Again, speculation only, word of mouth. I don't know where that's coming from. I'm trying to remember the source on it, but I can't remember. But it was word of mouth. Don't take, that's not my word. It's somebody else's, okay? So there's word that, David has kids running around this cult, and now that he's indoctrinating these kids into this cult. Is that true or not, of him having kids with Kathleen? I don't know. Again, don't take me for that, guys. I am not sure. That was coming from somebody else. I want to say it was somebody close to the cult. That's why I want to be careful with what I say, because I might know who it is. I just don't want to give it up. But again, Do not take me for that, okay? That is not. I have not confirmed that. I would want to see like a DNA test or some shit to prove it. You know, if that was going to come to me, I would want to see like some kind of genetic test or something. So again, word of mouth only. I don't know. There is a picture of David with some little kid, and if you look at the kid and David, just saying. And I think it's on Kathleen's Facebook page too. So again, don't take me for that, guys. Okay, that's just word of mouth. But we know David sleeps around. So I know that for sure. I've been given that information, and David, it's hard to believe because I've heard you're just pathetic in bed. So, and what I was talking to the channel member about is, wouldn't it be badass to see David get busted on a live stream? What if he was live streaming, and the cops walk in and fucking just shacked him up right on his live stream while he was doing his sermon, preaching his bullshit word, and cops walk in and be like, Mr. Taylor, you're under arrest for IRS fraud, tax fraud, the works. Can you please stand up? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in a court of law. Pray your way out of that one, David, when they're putting on a pair of silver bracelets for you with the chain on them. That would be so awesome. That would be totally amazing, guys. That would, like, on his one night, on his virtual crusade, if the cops just walking in and just jacked him up. Last thing I want to talk about is the power of social media. The power is in social media with this. David operates on social media. The more people that know about David, the more people, the less people will get scammed. So if you share this information with people, because these guys are scumbags. David is a scumbag. He's a lying prosperity minister. They just bought a mansion, all the same time this piece of shit's begging for money, saying they need money to do their Miracle Crusade Arena and all this other bullshit for their 18-wheelers that are going to drive across the country. And, it's just all a fucking lying, scammy crock of shit. It really is. So share this information, guys. Share the information about David Taylor, because he is running a full-blown prosperity ministry scam. He claims to not be a prosperity minister, but David, when you're out there just begging for money, what do you expect, man? What do you expect the world to think of you? That you're not some prosperity minister? When you're constantly, you preach for an hour and then you beg for money for an hour or 3 hours, And you skate under the radar with the IRS for years. All the while, people are suffering because, you want to be a piece of shit scam artist. People are suffering at your hands. You are manipulating people. You are coercing people. I'm sure there's some blackmail going on too, no doubt. I have the principles of influence and the 8 criteria of thought reform and how to identify a destructive leader right here, guys. I did another video about it. I'm going to go over these real quick. Just the first few signs. Omnipresent leader, charismatic. 2nd, thought reform, coercive persuasion. 3, criminal exploitation, sex, labor. 6, worship is towards the leader, self-proclaimed, dictatorial, not elected, absolute in their power. Those kind of sum you up, David. You're nothing more than a scam artist, false prophet, wannabe Benny Hinn. That's it. But you're actually the afterbirth. You're the anal afterbirth of Benny Hinn. Benny Hinn took a big runny shit and out came David Taylor. That's where David Taylor came from. You claim that you know all these prosperity ministers, David, but none of these guys know about you. Kenneth Copeland, Benny Hinn, Joel Osteen, these guys don't know about you. You're not that important. You're not that important, David. And your scam is coming to an end, okay? If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. And please subscribe to the channel. I'd like to get 1,000 subscribers so I can do live streams and really leading up to the court case. I would like to do a live stream the day of the court case and the few days leading up to it because it is coming in December. The case number is 18SL-CC02174. It's out of St. Louis County 19th District Court in St. Louis, Missouri. You can look it up online. Just go to stlouismissouri.gov, I believe, and you can search the docket number, and you can pull up all the information on the case. There hasn't really been any updates because there's been motions and stuff, but it's mostly for paperwork. But the jury selection will be coming up in November, and then the actual jury trial is in December. So there is a jury trial surrounding the case with Harold Lewis, and I'm hoping David takes it all the way because I want to see the book get thrown at him, and I want to see him squirm. So, again, you guys, questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and leave them below. If you like what we're doing here, hit that subscribe button. I'm in this till the end to see this guy brought to justice because nobody else is doing it. There's other channels out there that are definitely exposing him. I want to see this guy in jail. That's it. Bottom line. All of them. Really, all the complicit members of this cult need to be in jail for what they've done. Not just this one, but the other ones. There's other prosperity ministers out there that are doing the same shit here in America. Just, they need to be stopped. They need to be stopped. This is why I'm here. David, I don't know. David fell into my lap by some weird fucking way. And here I am now. 4, 5, 6 years later, still working on this guy. So, David, I've been on to you for a while, man. Since the depositions came out. That's how long I've been on YouTube. I've been on the back burner for that long. I'm sure a lot of people have too. But now the fact that this case is picking up steam, more and more people are going to come forward and expose you. So, again, questions, comments, concerns, guys, leave them below. Sorry about my fly sticker paper up there. There's a fly hatch here, and they're just ridiculous sometimes. So, you guys, any questions, comments, concerns? Leave them below. David A. Taylor, you're a piece of shit. Michelle, you're a piece of shit. All your little complicit actors, Joseph, Tony, Ashley, LaMarcia, you guys are all complicit in the whole thing. You guys all know what's going on. You guys are going to protect David. That's who you're going to protect. That's why no signatures are on any paperwork. That's why all the paperwork is now switched to your name, Michelle. Okay? Because you don't want to see David get in trouble. Right or wrong, I'm not sure, but that's a pretty clear sign that David doesn't want his signature on anything to tie him to the crimes that he's committed. So, David, you're a piece of shit.